human on the planet look for food for survival. Because food is the foundation of our growth and healthy living, yet it is affected by a series of avoidable dangers from every angle. We can strengthen our food systems and change the narrative through a new approach to improved food availability and healthy diet.
Welcome to Urban Family Farming,
where we explore the exciting world of urban farming. Learn how to transform your living space into a green oasis with our expert tips and tricks. Join us on a journey towards sustainable living and discover the joy of growing your own food in the heart of the city.
My name is Deborah Tai Balusibina, a teacher, counselor, and I'm interested in farming. Okay, it was organized by Goland, and in May we had a physical training, and I was one of the participants in the training. We were taught about vegetable farming and how we can have a small garden in the house. You don't need a lot of space. All you just need is just a little space. You could plant your seeds in sack bags or buckets. And when I came home, basically, I tried to do that. Okay, when I came, we were given some seedlings. I planted some pepper, ugu, and cucumber. Though I have harvested them, but I still have a lot of the pepper that are growing and are doing very well. And I have some ugu that is coming up. And then I also have a small poultry farm that I learned to from the training. Wow, it has been wonderful because it has given me a new thought pattern. I've decided that it's not everything I need to buy from the market. So sometimes when I need some of these vegetables, I just go to my garden and I just pick them up. So it has really helped me, and it has also helped me to appreciate nature. To know that I can grow things myself, I can see them grow, and it can be useful to me.
So what would you advise for people who want to follow this program but are not sure?
My advice would just be, first, they need to be interested, and they need to just make up their mind. Yes, it is hard work because you have to till the ground, water it, and all that. So it is what everybody can do. So it's all about mindset and interest, and that's what has helped me.
Okay, we are all welcome to today's session of Who is Your Farmer? And I'll be going ahead to introduce our teams, the facilitating teams today. The first person on the list is Mrs. Stella A.N. Adetunji. She's an agripreneur with basic bias of practical agric in the most natural ways of farming. She's the co-founder of Silade Agri-Clubs Limited, and she has passion to teach people about farming. The second person is Mr. Newton Ovie. Mr. Newton Ovie Mr. Newton Ovie is an urban farming expert and currently the Executive Secretary of the Network for Agricultural Technical Education of Nigeria, NATEN, which is a coalition of colleges of agric, polytechnics, and colleges of education in Nigeria with bias in agriculture. ATM is being supported by USAID-funded farmer-to-farmer program. The next person here is Mr. Aziz Salau. He's a youth in agriculture advocate and climate activist. He's the founder and executive director of Community Action for Food Security, a registered not-for-profit organization committed to promote a food-secured Africa through the provision of effort that supports sustainable agriculture and enhanced livelihood. The last person I'm going to introduce, but not the least, is Reverend Dr. Batunde Idowu. He's a multidisciplined personality in surveying, engineering, administration, education. He's also the chairman of Urban Family Farming Community. He's currently the pro-chancellor of the Mafasi University in Ogun State, as well as being an urban farmer. So be that as it may, I want to call on, I'd like to call on Reverend Babatunde now, who will now come over, to give the opening remarks. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. You are all welcome. Today, we'll be having an interesting session. And we have a guest in the house who someone will be introducing very shortly. But permit me to say that as we be reflecting on this series of who is your farmer, we have an erudite scholar who is an urban farmer himself, and he will be embarking on a journey wherein we'll be exploring both the relationship between food production, agricultural sustainability, and community resilience. I believe that it's going to be an enhancing learning journey of both the theoretical as well as the practical aspect of agriculture as it relates to the theme, who is your farmer? Please, can you just invite your friends, your family members, your neighbors, and those around to come and learn with us as we go through this series of Who is Your Farmer? Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me clearly. Thank you, sir. Quickly, I want us to go to our statuses. I want us to share the link for this very, very interesting program. I want us to share the link so that our friends can join in. Everyone can join in with us. I want to give us just 1 minute to share the link. Let's share the link quickly. Let's share the link. Now, statuses, those of us that are on the YouTube page, I want us to share the link because today is going to be very, very interesting. Promises to be very, very, very interesting. I'm just excited today because I know that at the end of today, a lot of people are going to pick up a huge number of things that they can run with. So our guest in the house is no other person than Professor Olumuyiwa James Jaiyeoba. He is a professor of environmental modeling, soil science, with over 28 years experience in crops and soil research, agro-meteorology, soil and water conservation, climate change research, Geo-Informatics, digital soil information, geostatistics, remote sensing, and mapping. He holds bachelor's in agriculture, that is soil science, from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, master's in agro-meteorology and simulation modeling from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and a doctorate in environmental resource management from Nasarawa State University, Kefi. He started his humble career at the International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, which is known as ACRISAT, as a research assistant in the agronomy division. He benefited from ACRISAT and the Agricultural Production Systems Research Unit, which is APSRU, as well as the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, which is based in Australia, benefited from their fellowships for his MSc studies in data simulation modeling. During the past years, he had participated and served as a national consultant and facilitator in several national and internationally funded projects. That is, you have the FADAMA 1, FADAMA 2, FADAMA 3, IIAF, MPFS, the United Nations Development Program Millennium Village Project, United Nations Development Program JEF project, IITA project, the ALCN, FARA, to mention but a few, which he particularly was the national consultant and facilitator. He also assisted FAO Nigeria, which is the National Program on Food Security, in developing over 15 national soil fertility maps and many other crops and soil national extension materials. Recently, he represented Nigeria at the GSP African Soil Partnership Training Workshop on digital soil mapping of soil organic carbon, soil affected soils, carbon sequestration, and global soil nutrient and soil nutrient budget map for Africa. He also consequently contributed to the development of global soil organic carbon, global soil salinity, global soil carbon sequestration, and in May 2023, global soil nutrient and soil nutrient budget map, which is the GSN map by FAO. He is currently the Nigerian country supervisor for the Soils for Africa project and also the national supervising consultant for the National Soil Survey project. He has experience in collating, analyzing, and interpreting long-term weather data. His reliability, communication skills, responsibility, and friendly nature are assets that enabled him to work in a multicultural team and adapt to new cultures. He has specific experience in research data collection and analysis using statistical packages such as the ArcGIS, the QGIS, RStudio, GenStat, SPSS, SAS, STAT, etc. He also has strong skills in deploying and managing information and communication technologies infrastructures. He has an exceptional ability to initiate, manage, and provide research leadership and direction to projects across national and international borders. He has published peer-reviewed articles in reputable journals, both at home and abroad, and contributed papers to national and international conferences. He is the editor-in-chief of the Production, Agriculture, and Technology Journal and a reviewer of manuscripts for many reputable local and international journals. He is currently the president of Adan, Association of Deans of Agriculture in Nigerian Universities, and is also the director, Amina Mohammed Center for Climate Change, AM3C, Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Lafia Campus. He is the fellow of Soil Science Society of Nigeria, SSSN, and Horticultural Society of Nigeria, HOTSIN. Please join me and welcome Professor James Jaiyeoba. You are very, very much welcome. Please, a round of applause for him, please. Let's have that emoji. You are very much welcome, sir. You are very, very much welcome. I forgot to mention that Professor James Jaiyeoba is also my role model and mentor. You are very, very much welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. Just a word from you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here. I'm happy to be in this episode. I'm really humbled by all the accolade. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. You're very much welcome. In case you have not shared the link, kindly share it in your WhatsApp statuses, your Facebook status, everywhere you can share, because we are going to be having a whole lot of things to talk about here. Prof,
I want to play the video, please.
Okay. Fantastic.
Dear viewers, my name is Professor Jaiyeoba. I'm the former Dean of Nasarawa State University Faculty of Agri and the President Association of Deans of Faculty of Agriculture in Nigerian University. I'm also a director in the Nasarawa State University Amina Mohammed Center for Climate Change. I'm an urban farmer. Just come along and see what I've been doing over these years. Here I have a fish pond. We've been running this for about 4 or 5 years now. It has been very profitable, not only economic wise, but nutritious wise. There's no time that we are stranded for protein. Now come along and see my farm. I have a number of activities going on. I have my chicken here, free range chicken. There are over 60 of them at free range at different sizes. They generally forage on anything that is growing here. I have lemongrass here, solves a lot of problems. You can take it as tea and you can combine it with pawpaw leaf, guava leaf to treat malaria. This is my second set of ponds. I made a central drainage system. During the dry season, every water that I change from the fish pond, I release it to water the garden. I have my grapes here. This grape produce throughout the year. I have different varieties of pawpaw and I also have you can see this banana. By the time you can see from the way the fruit is coming out, by the time you see this fruit and it gets fully developed, 2 persons cannot carry it. It's always very big and very heavy and very sweet. It's producing. But I have a very big one here. You can see this banana. I cover it with nylon because of the chicken. By the time I cut this banana, you see that it will take two heavy men to carry it. I have different type of citrus. This is another type of citrus. In this citrus, on top of this tree particularly, I have two variety of citrus there. I have a lemon on it, and I also have sweet orange grafted on this same one. This is my pineapple. I have some of them there. I just removed my passion fruit. I have a passion fruit I collected from, actually got the passion fruit from Jos, and I planted it here. And for 3 years, I keep harvesting the passion fruit from there. Here, you can see I screened this place because of the chicken. I have some of my vegetable there. I have ugu that is already growing. I'm training the ugu so that when it grows, it will cover the whole of this place. There's one of the ugu that I produced before here. I'm going to show you in the picture. I put a jerry can, 25-liter jerry can by the side of that ugu, and the jerry can looks so small compared to the size of the ugu. You see it there. Here you see my edible cassava. This cassava is all year round. Anytime we need cassava, we have harvested some for gari, and we have also harvested some for pounded yam, and we are also eating it fresh. We are also fried it, and you can see that my chicken are also foraging on it, and it also serves as cover for them, for the predator hawk. Anytime they see it coming, they just run under it, and my chickens are safe. I have anti-snake plants. With this, it releases some chemicals that repel snake from coming to this environment. This orange tree has stayed here for about 5-7 years, and in this place I have different type of varieties of orange. I have Ibadan sweet, I have Washington, I have so many different types. There, of course, you can see my grape. I have tangerine inside. I have rough lemon. Down here, I have my Saint leaf. For the past 6-7 years, there's no chemical that has entered here. You can see how my orange is doing very luxuriously. Any moment from now, it's going to start fruiting. And it's not only producing this canopy, it's also producing canopy for my fish tank, which will make the place to be cool. This place is always cool in the afternoon. Thank you very much.
I've reached. And then we saw again an abridged video. Wow, thank you so much. That's fantastic, and that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. So I'm sure we have all listened and watched the video attentively. And so we'll begin to talk, to our guest speaker. We have series of questions that we are going to be asking you, and we want you, sir, to relax and just have a fun time with us while we ask you these questions. And I know that we'll learn very, very well. Most of our viewers will learn from this interaction. Sir, we read your CV, and to be very, very candid, highly impressive and even intimidating. We also watched the video and we saw what you did at your backyard. Wow, that is really, 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 really great. So, sir, please, can you tell us your first steps in the field of agriculture and all these things we read about you and we watched? What motivated you to actually, pursue a career in agriculture?
Thank you, Mr. Newton. I want to welcome all our viewers to this channel. And like Mr. Newton said, please to be beneficial to other people when you share this program. so that other people can benefit to hear this program. Back to the question you asked, like every other young, promising child from secondary school, my teachers are always ask me um, what kind of course do I want to study when I graduate. The natural answer is medicine. And well, I made several attempts at fulfilling my dream, but God, of course, now with what I'm experiencing now, I know that it has been the divine direction of God that did make me to be able to have medicine, despite the fact that I will not say I wasted 3 years pursuing it before I eventually got admission to Ife, that University of Ife, but later became Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. And well, in the field of agric, I found myself in soil science department. And like every other person in soil science, because, well, soil science is not very friendly to students in those days because of different calculations and part per million, centimole per mole, and all the things that used to create problem for many students. So, like them, I also wanted to change, but I could not go further with that because the HOD refused to change me. And eventually, after a lot of battle, we became friends. And what changed my life was a document he gave me many years ago, Professor Adequate. I will not forget his name. Very nice role model for me then. So he's a professor of soil fertility. And he gave me a document and listed over 100 possible jobs and career that somebody in soil science can pursue. A lot of things fascinated me then when I saw that you can work in oil company, you can be an environmentalist, you can do this, you can do that. I was so fascinated. So, and that is what made me to stay in the department, and to God be the glory, I graduated. Unfortunately, immediately after my graduation in NYSC, I got a job in international organization. Like he rightly said in the document he gave me, I think it's just God that is directing my path. And the joining ICRISAT changed my life completely. It changed my life completely. Was exposed to national and international um, activities, trainings, and mentoring. So it's been a very long journey till now.
Thank you so much, Prof. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Okay. In this era of collaboration and the benefits, one can get from collaborations, including improved efficiency, supporting sustainable agriculture, enhancing supply chain management, increased profitability, amongst the rest. How do you encourage collaboration in agribusiness between your school and other organizations, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, well, there is an adage that says that if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but if you want to go far, you have to go with people, and no one is an island. Collaboration is the key to efficiency, you know, and not only for my school, National State University, for example, is an open university that receive and open to many collaboration nationally and internationally. And even beyond that, as the president of Adan, we've entered a number of collaborations to benefit not just the student, but also a graduate of agriculture in such a way that they can be able to translate their knowledge into business, into economic terms, because there is difference between having theoretical knowledge and being able to translate it into business time, into economic terms. And that is what we are doing. And we are still entering into so many collaborations, developing. And in the past 3 or 4 conferences that we have had as organization, as Adan, agribusiness are being underscored. Last year, we went all through Nigeria, all with bioethanol project that is agribusiness based, and also we also receive a very good support and collaboration with Federal Ministry of Agri, Department of Agribusiness, and in about 11 universities now, still counting, they have installed and built equipped 11 incubation agribusiness incubation centers that we are. I think it's about last month. I just went to commission the one in Ebonyi State University in Abakaliki, and I can tell you that this platform is going to help our students not only to learn theoretical things, but also to incubate ideas, agribusiness idea, and implement it where they are in school, so that it will not be difficult for them to pick up some of all these enterprises when they graduate and be able to run with it. And I'm telling to the whole world now, speaking to the whole world, that Adan is open to collaboration. Nasarawa State is also open to collaboration for people in agribusiness. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Yes, like you rightly said, collaboration is actually very key. Collaboration is the future. Thank you so much for that. So, there has been some attentions lately on the practice of urban family farming, especially with increase in food prices, terrorists attacking, taking over lands in the rural areas, and so on and so forth. So, sir, what are your thoughts on the role of urban family farming in reversing this trend of food insecurity in the country?
Yeah, in other climes, urban farming is also called vertical farming, where, especially in countries, we are lucky in, and we are blessed in Africa and all part of Nigeria, that we have very large arable land, we have very robust farming for community all across. But in other climes where they don't even have land, um, in Japan, in some other civilized, developed economies, you see that even in high rise, they design their buildings, to be eco-friendly, to have vertical. They do what we call vertical farming, where they even put farming on their rooftop. When you look at those cities from the area view, you see everywhere green. Most of all those families, they generate their family and household nutritious vegetables and houses. So now, coming back to Nigeria, especially our residents in urban cities, where they don't have access, apart from even the terrorist attack and all that, people living in most of the city don't have access to large land of land for them to grow their crops, but they have their backyard. So the key to nutrition and food security is for every family to begin to practice urban farming. And let me tell you, this is the way to go. This is the easiest way we can generate. When everyone begin to grow what we eat, you will not know what you are losing when you don't control. I'll give an example. Some years ago, when like I showed in the video, and I have my ugu in my compound, it grows so luxuriously that despite the fact that I allow my community, my neighbors to cut, the thing was getting too much. It was just growing and growing, and I don't like a very bushy environment. So I had to even invite market people to come and cut, and they came and cut many times, and it generated some revenue, And this is the period where if you go to the market, dry season, where ugu in the market, they are is already wilted, and some of them are even getting rotten. And when they pack to you, they pack very few, something I say is 500 naira. Well, what if you have it in your house? Very fresh, very nutritious. You will not even know what you are missing in terms of taste if you don't have something at the back of your house. If you go, you need a vegetable. For example, you are cooking rice, you are cooking noodles, you are cooking pasta or spaghetti, and you just go to the back of your house and cut vegetable and put it inside. You don't know how much you are benefiting. And urban farming, some people don't understand. They don't know that you don't even need a kind of land like my own. What you don't need more than, even if your land, your area is already paved, if you already cemented it, no problem. Just get sack and improvised material, planting materials, and feed it with good topsoil, and you are good to go. You plant your tomato, you plant your pepper, you plant your vegetable, you plant whatever thing that you want inside, and you are eating fresh fruit, fresh vegetable in your house, and you see the difference between going to the market all the time to buy some of the product that you don't even know the source.
Sir, wow. The fact that we can eat fresh vegetables right from our backyard. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I would like to ask you, with your background in the academics and also as the president for the Association of Deans of Faculty of Agric in Nigerian Universities, sir, we want to ask you, can you give us certain practical examples that you think that urban family farming can be integrated in the educational curriculum, especially at the primary and secondary school level? Because we want to believe that this can instill a sense of food production and environmental awareness among these young learners. So practical examples, you think of some of the ways that we can integrate it in our educational curriculum.
Yeah, thank you for that question. The best approach to sustainability for you to be able to perpetuate whatever virtue in the society is to catch the student when they are young, to catch the youth, to catch the young people with your idea, with your with what you want them to perpetrate after all of us have gone. And I can tell you that urban farming, though, is gaining popularity among the elites, among the senior ones, among the civil servants, among the educationists, academia, among different professionals, because of the quest for fresh products. But we would do well, not just even at primary school now, even at household, to get our children involved. No matter how young they are, let us also get them involved in what we are doing. And let us be able to make them to see the beauty of when you plant okra, when you plant tomato, when you plant your vegetable, and how it grows and it ends up on the table. It's so fascinating, it's so interesting for the young ones to see this happen. Many of them don't even know where some of the food they are eating are coming from. But when they begin to see that, this thing we planted, this tiny thing, is the one that is producing our tomato that mommy is going to pluck at the back. Is this same vegetable that we planted some time ago is what we are eating in our noodles now. It brings a kind of sense of fulfillment for them, and they can never forget that. And that is why last year, through the ethanol bioeconomy project that in collaboration with Ministry of Budget and National Planning last year or 2 years ago. We started 2 years ago, and we moved around last year, preaching this bioeconomy, bioethanol project. And one of the components of that project is development of games and apps that even the young one can begin to play with. They can use, instead of playing with Jackie Chan, playing with Chinese toy and games, they will be playing with gardens. They will be playing with fruits. They will be playing with planting and harvesting, controlling pests and diseases. These are the things that the game that they will be playing with that is still being developed. I don't know how far it is. I know that some team in the Federal University of Technology, MENA, they are working on that app. And when it is ready, it is going to be available for the youth, the children to play with. And this is a positive character instead of our children picking wrong character that translates into drug abuse and all kind of vices in the society. When they begin to play with nature, they begin to see how beautiful nature is. They begin to see how agriculture is. That is not a punishment. Like I used to say that, the background that all of us came out with was that when we were in school, when we were in primary school, they use agriculture as punishment. Anybody that come late to school, they will say go to school, go and cut grass in the school farm, and that is the mentality that most of these children grew up with, and they see agriculture as punishment. They don't see opportunity, they don't see nutrition, they don't see wealth in agriculture. But when we begin to see, develop curriculum that we make them to see the beauty, the wealth, the enterprises, the opportunities that is inside agriculture, like my very good mentor and hero, Dr. Adesina, rightly said. He said the next generation of millionaires and billionaires in dollar are going to be farmers. There are so much opportunities because you hit yesterday, you will hit today. You ate this morning, you ate in the afternoon, you will hit in the night. So there is always opportunity in agriculture. There's always something that you are going to make out of agriculture. Most of all the industrialization, came from agriculture. I was thrilled. I think last year when I was contacted by one firm, and the firm sent a document to me that they want to come to Nigeria to do some business, and I went to do a background check on that company. It's a company that what they produce is only confectionaries. They only produce things like Maggi. They produce things like seasoning. They produce things like chocolate, gum, chewing gum. And when I look at their turnover in 1 year alone is more than $75 billion. And the only thing they are doing, they are agricultural products. So because of the problem in Ukraine and Russian war, they are looking for more starch. So they want to come to Nigeria to grow cassava, and so that they can be able to translate it. Because all these products that we are eating, they are all coming from this same product that all of us we don't cherish. They are all coming from carbohydrate, from cassava, or maize or whatever that These are the things that they are using to do most of all these products that we are paying thousands of naira and dollars to buy, in grocery stores. They are all products from agriculture. So by the time we begin to show these children that this spaghetti that you are eating, it's not from rubber, it's not manufactured from sky. It is the corn, it is the starch, it is cassava that you plant and you harvest, that they process to produce some of all these things that you love to eat. All these noodles that you are eating, it is all the Maggi, all the things that you are seeing that
you are eating, they are all from all the basic agricultural products that we see. And when they begin to see it in games, they begin to see it in app, they begin to see it in different forms, they will get used to it, and their mindset is going to change. Because for this generation of new generation of children of farmers, we have to make them to, we have to erase that mentality that agriculture is punishment. We have to make them to know that you can be anything you want to be in life as an agriculturist. You can be anything that you want to be as an agriculturist. So it is good that we should train them and show them the pathway on time. Sorry for taking time on this question, because I'm passionate about the coming generation and their perspective to agriculture. We need to change it for us, for them, even for them themselves, so that they will not be hungry tomorrow. Because our own generation will go, their own generation will grow their own food. If they cannot have, because all of them now is IT. All of them want to do. All of them want to do AI. All of them want to do robotic. All of them want to do all these things. And if we don't make them to know that you can do robotic and you can still be farmer, you can still do your AI, you can still be farmer. So until we make them to understand all this, then the future is not secured yet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This is quite motivational, and I want to believe that quite a lot of our viewers may be wondering, how to take off some of these things. So we want to know that how can urban family farming, how can it contribute to addressing the challenges of limited access to fresh and nutrition food in urban areas? With all what you have highlighted, how can we be the solution provider? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the solution is clear, because I can tell you, so many elites, so many elders and top people in the society are conscious of what they eat now. And for you to guarantee what you eat, you have to grow what you eat. You may not understand what I'm saying until you grow your banana in your house and you harvest your banana and you taste it. You will see the difference between the one you buy in the market and the one you grow in your house. So because of that, so many people are seeing the benefit and they are coming into this realization, and many are going into it. Now, to guarantee continuous access and supply, we have to begin to apply some technology into it. Fortunately, now we have aeroponics, hydroponics, soilless media that we can use to grow our crop within our own neighborhood, our own backyard. We have so many opportunity for improvised materials, sacks and bags that we can. And I tell you, it will surprise you that some people are producing, adding thousands, hundreds of tubers of yam from their own house. For example, I know somebody that produced over 200 tubers, 500 tubers. How many can his household eat? When he eats what he can eat, or he reserve what he can reserve, he will sell the rest to the market. So by the time I do my own, you do your own, somebody do his own, you will see that the whole market will be filled up with wholesome, nutritious, healthy products from our household. And it's going to make even the food prices will come down, and we are also going to have access to nutritious, fresh products from our own houses, because you cannot even finish. Like I said, when I produce my and my ugu that is growing at the back of my house now,
in the next 2-3 months, how many can I eat? And if you don't cut ugu, it will not grow. The more you cut, the more it will grow. So definitely, as you are cutting, you are giving to people, you are sharing around to your neighbor, you are sharing to your colleagues in the office. You are also improving food security. You are improving nutrition security of the country. So this is the way to go. Urban farming is the way to go, and I pray that our policymakers, our governors, our local government officials, we bring incentives. We support people in training and empowering them to be able to start their own garden in their houses. Is what is desirable. It is what is needful at this time for us to guarantee nutrition and to guarantee food security in our country. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. So, thank you for that great insight. So, here is a follow-up question. So, from your experience, how can urban families boost agriculture in limited spaces?
Yeah, I think um, from my earlier discussion, I said that urban farming is the way to go. I cited the example of you growing, ham growing, other people growing, and by the time you grow all these products, you cannot finish it. It must find its way to the society. It must find its way to the market. It must find its way to your office place. I cannot tell you how many times I brought banana to my office and they share to everyone. I cannot count the number of times I harvested my oranges in bags I bring to office to share. I have not counted the number of times I'll cut my plantain. I even take it to different places, give my superiors and friends. You know, these are direct contribution of um, of um, of your product into the society. Is a direct contribution, to food security. Urban farming is the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I would like to ask you, um, in your own opinion, what skills are crucial for success in agriculture, especially for aspiring professionals?
Thank you very much for this question, because many people, first of all, uh, agriculture is a profession, and and it is as a professional course or a professional venture. There is need for you to be trained. There is need for you to acquire knowledge, and this is one of the things that makes uh, many people fail in the practice of agriculture, because of lack of understanding or because of the know-how. So they will say they try and they failed. You failed because you did not learn it well. The entry point is you have to invest in whatever thing that is good. Number one thing is finding, if you are adult, retiree, a retired officer or a senior officer or somebody that is not an agricultural expert. First of all, you find out where you can get trained, where you can get the skill. And I'm sure that is why we have this platform. That is why the Urban Family Network is doing all what it's doing now, bringing this knowledge into space for us to learn, for us to share, and be able to understand some of the rudiments what it requires for you to do urban farming. But as young people that are coming, as professionals, normally you will need the knowledge of agronomy, you need knowledge of animal husbandry, you will need knowledge of horticulture, and because now agriculture is not hoe and cutlasses as it used to be. There is a use of Internet of Things now, use of drones, uh, where people now you can spray your farm with drones instead of NASA sprayer. All these things are available now. There's need for you to also understand farm management and be able to have understanding of some basic skills of business and financial skills. How to manage your finances, how to market. Uh, Recently, one of my students, had an encounter with a farmer, and that just harvested yam and doesn't know what to do. The boy snapped the yam, the tubers, together, and posted it on Facebook and put a price tag for sale. Within few hours, the same student came back and reported sold, everything sold out. This is not advertorial that we see in television. This is real life, because he was able to understand some of these basic marketing, and skills using social media, and so you also need entrepreneurship skills, where you will be able to have, business development and innovation. You'll be able to know how to go to adapt to market changes and opportunity. But most importantly, if you want to succeed in agricultural venture generally, you need to have management and leadership skills. You need to know how to manage project, how to manage human resources, and most importantly, you need to know how to take strategic decision making using strategic thinking, problem solving abilities, that will give you informed decision making process. You have all these skills, you are good to go as an agriculturist. Most importantly, finally, or let me just add one or two. One, you must be good in communication, and most importantly, you must be adaptable. Because if you don't have resilience, you cannot grow, you cannot successfully grow in agribusiness. You must be able to understand the market. It's not that you failed now and you want to leave it. No, you continue to adapt. You continue to be resilient. You continue to to persistent, and don't lose courage when you are in agriculture, because sometimes you can see failure, but when you remain there, it will be good for you and you will succeed eventually. Like I said, Rome is not built in a day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We have seen your success story from the video that was played earlier. Um, Please, can you share notable urban family farming success stories that you are aware of so that it will motivate more people? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, there are so many. There are so many that we have seen. Um, I have friends and colleagues in Abuja there. I have in so many other cities, that have successfully grown. In the city where I live, I've seen a professor that have grown yam in his house in bags, and was able to harvest so many. I have seen other people in other cities, friends and colleagues, that have also done same in their compound, in their environment. Some have grown citrus, some have grown vegetables, some have grown fruit, some have grown sweet potato, some have grown tomato, okra, some even have um, small screen houses in their houses. Some have aeroponics and hydroponic system running in their houses, and they are doing very well. Um, yeah, and nothing will make them to stop, because it is not only about the profit, but about the convenience that you derive of coming back home, and getting your products from your farm. It's so satisfying, it's so gratifying when you experience that.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, how can policymakers and LGAs support urban farming growth in their communities?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the the motivation that the local government policymakers, legislators, government agencies, and government executives can do is to support training, to empower their community with deliberate, deliberate stimulating urban farming. For example, by distributing improvised planting materials, by distributing simple hand tools like hand thrower, like a rake, like small small materials that will stimulate this. They can also acquire seedlings, um, seeds, and distribute. They can pick, for example, civil service. One day, the local government can buy materials and go and distribute to civil servants, and make them, and that can stimulate them to start these things. Some of them don't even, some of them want to do, but they don't even have money. Some have money, but they need to be challenged, they need to be pushed. And that is why we need policymakers to deliberately push people into it. Because if everyone begin to have this at the back of their houses, it will reduce the pressure in the market. It will reduce the pressure, that on little finance, little income that they are having, is going to save a lot. And they're also going to make income. They're going to earn income and livelihood also from whatever thing they are growing. And most importantly, their family, their household will be nourished. So the policymakers, local government at every level should stimulate, should push people, should go for and even sponsor people for training. Sponsor people for training. This will help them to be able to start the business. Thank you very much.
Mr. Newton, can you please unmute yourself? Mr. Newton, can you please unmute yourself and take the next session, please? Mr. Newton.
I think he's having network challenge. He's having network challenge.
we are through with the questions, but I don't know if there's any question from the audience, from the participants, please. You can now type your questions so that Prof can give answers to those questions, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you now. Mr. Newton, we are hearing you now.
Okay. Please, can you just confirm you can hear me?
We are hearing you now, yes. Mr. Newton, we are hearing you now. We are hearing you now. Oh, he's still having challenge with his network.
Hello, Prof. I don't know if we asked them. There's this question that please can you highlight any ongoing research or projects that your team is working on, and what impact do you hope these initiatives will have in growing the urban family farming, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. One, one, one basic research, or let me say two, that I'm presently working on. One is the use of macro propagator to um, to rapidly multiply banana and plantain sucker. Anytime we are able to get very uh, very good varieties, like for example, I got double-headed plantain sometimes ago from someone. I was able to multiply it with my team, using micro propagation technique, and that works very well. The second major research that is ongoing now is I'm working on um, um, well, I would say planting planting um, planting medium planting medium that soil medium that we just instead of buying, if you go to other claims, you see them, you can buy peat or soil um, soil garden soil inside nylon, inside package. You cut it and you put it in the can or in a pot, then you can grow. It has all the nourishment, it has all the fertility, it has everything. It will just be growing, like a potting mixture. So we are doing that type of research now, using voucher, combined with other materials in different combinations, and we are still working out, how we can get this product out in such a way that um, people that doesn't have time to be looking for these fertilizer, this and that, and I want to do complete organic farming, can use those materials to, in their houses. They just put it in the sack or put it in their pot, and it will support the growth of the vegetable and fruit that they want to. We are currently working on that package.
I want to ask this question, Prof.
This is your network muting, eh?
Okay, so Prof, basically, with your experience in agriculture, I want to ask this question. You know, sometimes when people are talking about organic agriculture, and then you have just mentioned utilization of inputs, biochar input and the rest as part of organic agriculture. Can we say that somebody who used um, um, cow dung, to fertilize his or her crop is practicing organic agriculture?
You know, organic agriculture is is complex. It's not just the use of cow dung. If you are using cow dung, you are still spraying with you are still spraying with chemical. That has negated that. So organic is pure organic, not only the use of cow dung. Is Organic is a technical term that I don't want to use loosely.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. So I don't know if there are any other questions again from the YouTube link. Our ICT in okay, no, in the absence of no any
I
other
am I have
question.
this question from the link, and it says, what are the
Okay.
things to get ready if you want to go into urban farming?
Yeah, this person is getting ready for urban farming. Excellent question. Excellent question. And in fact, this is the prime of today. If somebody did not ask this question, I won't be happy. It means that we have not communicated anything. You don't need any much to start. First of all, like I said, you need to first of all know what you want to do. You have to know what is urban farming and what is your entry point you want to. So knowledge, and you can contact the organizer of this program. They will be able to guide you on that. Two, you need to have some of the materials. These materials are not something that is expensive thing. Can be some of the old buckets, old sack. We have many of the sack in the house that we are not using. We can gather them together, get topsoil. Another very important input that you need is quality seed. And I'm sure the organizer here also, they also facilitate, because the input is equal to output. If you don't get good seed, you will not be able to get good product. There sometimes ago, I showed a video to some group of people I was training, and they asked me, Prof, is it possible for them to also have this type of tomato? I said, yes, it is possible. The reason why you are not getting this result is because you are using wrong seeds. If you get the right seed and seedling, you will get correct output. So you need seed and seedling, correct one. But you know the most important thing that you need, my friend that has this question, is your will to succeed, your will and desire to eat from your product. When you have that, you can overcome every other problem. Thank you.
Okay, another question that is coming from the link is the fact that, what does the urban farmer needs to do to ensure that the soil is properly treated before use?
Yeah, this is another very interesting question. Treating the soil. I don't know how you want to treat soil, because soil is living. You cannot boil it. If you boil it, you have killed the microbes. Soil is an ecosystem of its own. Soil is everything that you need. It depends
I don't know what you mean that you need to treat soil. The more your soil have microbe, the better for you. But I don't know the type of soil that you are having, or maybe you are saying how to improve the soil. If you are talking about how to improve, that you are calling treatment, But if you are talking about treatment in terms of um, sterilizing the soil or whatever, you don't need to sterilize soil for urban farming. But if the treatment that you are talking is about making it more fertile, then you can add different sources of input, organic materials into it, like poultry manure, cow dung, so many compost, so many types of things that you can add to your soil to make it fertile and ready for use. But most importantly, if you want to start, go for I know one of my senior professor that when he wanted to start his own yam sack, he sent a tractor to the yam producing area and collect their topsoil there and brought it to his house. So and he got good results. He got good results. He just sent a trailer, this tractor trailer, and they filled the trailer with topsoil from that community and brought it to his house and filled the topsoil into the sack and planted his yam, and he got good results. So you should get good topsoil to start with. Then you can add other organic amendment to it. But don't go and sterilize your soil. If you sterilize by boiling the soil or doing anything to the soil, you are killing the microbes. And because soil is living, soil is alive. Inside one cup of soil, you have millions of microorganisms that are doing a lot of work for the soil and for the plants that you are going to grow on it, and they need it. Soil is a complete ecosystem that you don't need to go and boil it or sterilize it before you start using. Soil can repair itself. Soil can sterilize itself. Soil can purify itself. So soil is living. So don't go and boil it. If you boil it, you have killed the soil. Thank you.
Okay, I have two more questions from the audience, and I believe that they go the same way. Somebody asked that if you want to go into urban farming like yam, what soil is required for the farming like yam? The other person asked that what measure and quantity of fertilizer for his limited soil medium?
Yeah, I'll start from the last one. That last one want to calculate, fertilizer quantity. Well, it depends on the size of your bag and the volume of the soil that is there, But it's not that you go and carry. For example, let me just give a general rule, and it's actually dangerous for me to give that as a professional. But anyway, because I just want you to have an idea so that you not go and carry one mudu of fertilizer and dump in one sack of soil for you are going to kill all the plants that is there, because that rate will be too much. If you are using fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer, maybe NPK or urea, I don't think you need for one bag of let me say like one bako bag of the soil, or 150 kg bag, maybe a rice 50 kg bag. If you have that type of soil, you don't need more than maybe this tin tomato, this small tin tomato can. You don't need more than that for that type of soil, for that type of bag. If it is smaller than that, you don't need more than the water bottle cap the cap there. You don't need per time, you don't need more than that at the beginning, and you can gradually, increase it or add it over time if it is inorganic you are adding, But we always encourage the mixture of organic and inorganic soil mixture, at the beginning when you are preparing or you go for topsoil. If you see refuse dump, Ebola, you clear it and pack the soil. It's good for you. You don't even need any fertilizer to start that. If you carry Bola soil, the soil that is inside refuse dump, you clear the refuse dump and you ask people to pack it for you, and you put it in sack. That suffices for you. You don't even need to put in any fertilizer anymore, at least until you begin to see maybe there is deficiency or something. Then you can think of amendment, or otherwise you prepare organic soil ratio from the beginning with your soil and organic material you want to add. But you have to be very careful that you don't add too much, so that you don't make the soil toxic to the plant. Like the other one, I've also answered that with that question. For yam, any good loamy topsoil is good. Any good loamy soil that can drain, if you add the water with time, it will drain water, is good. But any soil that is fertile, yam require a lot of fertility. So if you can get very good topsoil, is good. But if you want to do like my senior professor, you go to yam producing area and collect their soil also. It's good for you too.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you so much. I don't know if we have any other question from the YouTube channel. I think someone was asking how we measure the quantity and type of fertilizer for limited soil medium.
He has answered that.
Answer that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to call on the CEO of the Urban Family Farming Community, Mrs. Olushola Idowu. She was the former national convener for Food System Dialogue and a retired federal permanent secretary. She's a visionary of the Who is Your Farmer series, as well as being an urban farmer. Please, let's make welcome Mrs. Olushola Idowu for our closing remarks.
Okay,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Newton. And thank you, Prof, for this education. I guess the question on who is your farmer has shown a deep engagement with the complexity of food production, agricultural systems, and societal well-being, with a commitment to advancing knowledge, promoting sustainability, and fostering social justice within our food systems. Examining the question, who is your farmer, has also delved into the essence of our food systems and the profound implications they hold for human health, environmental sustainability, and social equity. As scholars, we are called to interrogate the complexities of agricultural practices, the dynamics of food distribution, and the relationship between producers and consumers that shape our food landscape. Furthermore, at this session's presentation of Who is Your Farmer, it challenges us to consider the faces and stories behind the food we consume. It beckons us to recognize the individuals, families, and communities who labor tirelessly to cultivate the bounty of the land. However, this question goes beyond mere curiosity. It challenges us to consider the values and principles that underpin our food choices by providing answers to the following questions. Do we prioritize sustainability and environmental stewardship? Do we support local farmers and advocate for fair labor practices? Do we strive for food security and equitable access to nutritious food for all? On this note, I want to say a big thank you to our erudite professor. You are really appreciated, Prof. Despite your tight schedule, you have made yourself available for this session. Thank you so much and God bless. To our listeners, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and press the notification bell so that you will not miss any of our upcoming sessions. Thank you and remain blessed.
Thank you, ma.
Mr. Newton, you muted yourself. I know you're hearing you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very, very much, ma. We very, very much appreciate that wonderful closing remarks. There were certain key questions that were asked in that closing remark that is a reflection for us to look at. And one of the key things that you pointed out was sustainability. Do we prioritize sustainability even while we are trying to solve food security problem? That is very, very, very key. Thank you very much, Prof. We really, really appreciate you. We want to ask if you have your parting words for us, just parting words for us, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Newton. I want to thank. Coincidentally, I'm not surprised that Mommy Idowu is doing what she's doing now because she she had passion for food security for Nigeria as the national convener of the national food system in Nigeria. She worked tirelessly, to initiate so many dialogues, so many things that even our successor is pushing forward today. She laid most of the foundation for Nigeria. She sacrificially, did a lot of brain work, a lot of negotiation and integration. And it is from there I got to know her, and I've not regretted connecting with that food system of Nigeria till today. I'm honored and privileged to be a guest for this second episode, and I hope that the viewers they are able to pick one or two things from what we are doing. We'll continue to do what we are doing to make food and available and nutritious for the society, for our family first, and for the society at large. I appreciate all the interviewers, all the team, for their sacrifice, for their labor for this project. I really appreciate every one of you. God bless everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And here's where we close the curtain. Thank you so, so, so much. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Thank you all. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh.
Do that. She was she.